Hi there, good morning. Today is Tuesday, it's the 11th of March, and we're here once again to do some yoga. This is actually my second live of the morning. Well, I went live on TikTok. Um, I just do live on YouTube doing yoga so far. But anyway, I did my first workout of the day was a 30-minute, 3-mile run. And so I went live with running. I think I'm one of those people that I perform better when I am in community with others. I have an audience. And so I ran for 30 minutes straight. I didn't stop. There was a part of me that was just like, maybe I'll just run a mile, or maybe I'll just run 2 miles. But let me go ahead and get the whole 30 minutes in. So this was definitely a day that I needed community around me, and I needed people to do that run with me so that I could actually hit my goals. It's amazing how much more we can get accomplished when we're in it together. So many people like to just go it alone. But when it's a community of folks working together to accomplish a goal, you can just go so much further. And so I can attribute my ability to run that way too, because I tell you, when I was a kid, I didn't run. You know how you have to run a mile in gym class? I always walked it. When I did, I played, played baseball or softball in gym. I was like, okay, I can hit this ball really hard, but somebody else has got to run for me. That's how much I disliked running. Probably disliked running as much as I dislike peas. I hate peas. I will not eat them. My body will not allow me, my mouth will not allow me to consume them. People put them in stuff and it instantly don't like it. So the fact that I can will my body to run 3 miles in 30 minutes without taking any breaks is an amazing accomplishment for me. So having a community that helps me do it is great, and I'm very much appreciative for that. But that is that, and we're here for yoga. I think I have shared, if you haven't been here before, my name is Pamela, and I am what I call a yoga enthusiast. I'm actually on an overall wellness journey, just to put myself in a position where I'm the best version of myself. The way that I think is the best version of myself. How I act is the best version of myself. What I'm consuming, whether it be what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, what I'm looking at, what I'm reading. I'm being very intentional about those things, very intentional about my physical activity. And I journal and I track these things on my social media. But I'm a reformed fat girl. I'm still sometimes fat in my head. And as a result, I make poor decisions sometimes about what I eat and have kind of these self-sabotaging behaviors that I'm trying to overcome. And so I'm living life very intentionally to be able to overcome challenges and obstacles that I've had with body image issues, insecurities, struggles with weight, all that type of stuff. And so I start each day in reading my Bible and with prayer, and I'm intentional about doing yoga. I'm intentional about keeping up with my exercise. I'm intentional about what I'm consuming, like I've said. So if you want to know about what my wellness challenge is, you can go to one of the videos on my YouTube, or I've got it pinned on my TikTok channel to be able to see what it is, but it's really helped me. Like I said, I used to be morbidly obese. I'm 5'5", and I used to weigh 280 pounds. And I woke up one day and I'm like, oh my goodness, what have I done to myself? Why did I believe that I was fat, and why did I manifest that struggle into my life? I need to do something different. So turned that around. I lost 140 pounds. But over the years, I gained like 43 pounds back, and I've been trying to lose it. So between 2014 and now, I've lost somewhere between plus or minus 3 pounds, like 27 pounds of that 43, and I'm trying to get off the excess weight that I had. And so I think I found that living intentionally is going to help me do it and then maintain and sustain. But yoga is a part of my journey. I absolutely love it. I'm a yoga enthusiast. I now do yoga every single day, or except for Sundays because I'm starting to observe the Sabbath. But 6 days a week, I do yoga. It's so good for you. It's good for pain relief. It's good for flexibility. It's good for strength, stability, and balance. Well, stability and balance, flexibility, strength, and I'm forgetting something else. But it's just really, really good for you. But there are yogis that I follow. I started doing yoga during the pandemic, at the end of 2020, I believe, and there's so many yogis on YouTube that have all types of like 30-day yoga challenges and things like that. And so I started my yoga journey following Yoga with Adriene. And after I felt like I've learned everything I could learn from Adriene, I went on to Yoga with Cassandra, and then I found Yoga with Charlie and Travis Elliott. And so yes, but I follow different yogis and I do their practices. But since I ran 3 miles today and I didn't do any stretching or anything, I thought, let me find a yoga for runners practice, and I found one that is runner's yoga with Adriene. So I think that this yoga should be appropriate for everybody. If you're a beginner and you want to get on the mat and do it, it should be appropriate, because she's who I started with, and she's so sweet and she's so fun and so nice, so pleasant. I really liked her. Like, oh, I could be her best friend. Anyway, so I'm gonna do yoga with Adriene, the runner's yoga. I don't know how much of a challenge it should be, but it is a, she choreographed a yoga flow that's for people who are runners, joggers, or who do a lot of intense walking, and said that it should be good for relief. So I think that this is probably going to be a good, stretching yoga practice. And I know that if you've been running a lot, your legs get tight, your back gets tight, if you've been swinging those arms, your arms and everything. So hopefully it'll kind of loosen everything up. And then when we get through it, we'll be ready for the rest of our day, because we've exercised, I will have gotten 2 30-minute workouts out of the way, and I will be all stretched out and ready to go, and my body will very much appreciate it. And so yoga is really good for toning as well. So yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to start with my normal warm-up, and so that is me doing a handstand, a back bend, and a headstand. And so I kind of just do these because I like to do them. I like to embrace my inner child and that little girl that really used to like to do gymnastics and tumbling. I feel quite accomplished that at 57 years old that I can do these things. Now granted, I don't do them in the exact same way that I did when I was a little kid and I was fearless and not afraid of falling down, or I was closer to the ground and didn't hurt as much if I fell out of something. So I kind of do some things closer to the wall, just to make sure that I don't fall. But the inversions are really good for blood flow and circulation. If you have any, how sometimes you can get like swelling in your feet and your legs, if you're actually focused on, kind of changing the circulation of the blood flow so that things are coming down to your head as opposed to going down to your feet, you can reduce swelling. So I like to be intentional about doing that. The handstand's actually very, very good for shoulder strength as well. handstand and the headstand are good for core strength and balance. You know, when you're trying to stay straight up and down. And then I try to be intentional about doing something to, I guess, nurture flexibility and mobility in my back and my spine. I do have arthritis, which I guess is something that you can just get the older that you get, and so I just never want arthritis to take me out. So I do these back bends every day so that I can stay limber. So I'm going to start with that, and then that'll probably take me at most 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Uh, if if uh, if my balance isn't that great today, it might be as short as 2 minutes. We shall see. But let me do that, and then we'll come back and we'll go into the practice. But I hope you will join. If you are joining on YouTube, I would appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm trying to, build up my following there. If you're on TikTok, I'd appreciate it if you can follow me. I appreciate it if you can share this live. If I have goals, if you can help me accomplish those, and of course that little handy finger, if you can hit the likes for me, I'd appreciate it very much. It would be great if I could get up to like 2,000 likes in this session. That would be wonderful. But more important than anything, it's just your presence here. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm hoping that while I get something out of it, you get something out of it too. If you don't join me on the mat, I hope you're actually inspired, or if you get a little curious about yoga. If you're not a person that does yoga, then hopefully it will give you a little glimpse and inspire you to try some yoga on your own, or at least inspire you to do something good for your body, as we should. This is the temple that God gave us, and the more that we take care of it, the better we feel, and the happier we are just as people, in this life that we live is just better each and every day. So let me get started with my warm-up, and then we can get into our practice, okay? Give me just a couple minutes. seconds. All right, I always like it when I have a good headstand day. Yesterday, I was falling out. I don't even think I stayed up for like 15 seconds. All right, so you guys ready? This is runner's yoga. It's a 30-minute yoga practice with yoga with Adriene.
So today we're going to begin in a nice comfortable seat, crossed at the ankles here. Take a second to get settled in. Sit up nice and tall. Find any movement here, a little sway back and forth that feels good. Maybe letting go of the day thus far and beginning to notice your breath. I think this is an important moment of the day and of your practice. Just allowing, keyword, allowing. Just giving yourself an opportunity to drop in, tune in, get settled in. And it's a little different each day, right? The image here is like taking some chalk in the hands or some chalk and throwing it up in the air and watching the dust settle here. That's for you sporty folks. If you're not a sporty folk, you can imagine glitter being thrown up in the air. Just the idea that it takes some time as it drifts back and forth and down to the present moment. So just give yourself that practice of allowing the dust to settle and just noticing where you are today. So I know this can be tough because we have oh so little time in our busy lives, but that's what the yoga practice is all about. That's why this video isn't called runner stretching, you know, stretching for the legs. And we're thinking full picture. Long-lasting love with the mind and body. Here we go. So you might notice if you're agitated today or you're really tight. So I encourage you to find soft movement, and that goes throughout today's practice. Begin to deepen your breath if you haven't already. Maybe checking in with some circles with the nose. And then just to kind of kickstart our practice here, we're going to take 3 conscious breaths together. So go ahead and inhale in through the nose. Sit up nice and tall, full breath, full breath in. And then just let the exhale go naturally out through the mouth. Great, 2 more like that. Big conscious breath in, inhale, fill the lungs. And then on the exhale, it's just very natural to allow it to let go, release. You don't have to do anything. Last time, big breath in, sit up nice and tall. And let it go. Great. So we're going to take the legs wide here. Keep a focus and attention on your breath best you can. Legs are going to come nice and wide here to your wide. So this will look and feel different for everybody, right? Based on where the muscles are today, how you're dealing with your joints at this point of time, and your energy. So come to a nice wide-legged seat. And again, it doesn't have to be super wide, it can be kind of narrow. And then just see if you can sit up nice and tall here. If you're feeling like the spine is rounding hardcore, go ahead and sneak that blanket or that pillow underneath. And press into the sitting bones. Everyone sit up nice and tall. And then bring the hands to the tops of the thighs, fingertips in. I'm just going to gently press the tops of the thighs out to remind us to find this external rotation. So for some, this would be a piece of cake, and so in that case, I would recommend that you start really playing with your breath, maybe Ujjayi. And if this is really tough for you to sit up tall, breathe deep still, find length through the neck, crown of the head, reaching up towards the sky. Nice little power pose here as we open through the chest, open through the heart. And then release the hands. So we're just going to use the hands to guide the heels in for cobbler's pose. So the soles of the feet come together here. We stay conscious, connected through the sitting bones, and the hands are going to wrap around the ankles here. Big loop of the shoulders, forward, up and back. Inhale in. Exhale, glide the shoulder blades in and down the back body. Lots of space between the ears and shoulders here. Then that same external rotation you had in the tops of the thighs just a second ago, try to find that here. So the hands won't be there, but you can try to ground down through the tops of the thighs. Find your breath. Again, so we're not just hanging out here, but we're really activating through the quads. So drawing down through the tops of the thighs and drawing up through the midline, the plumb line. Again, you might find a little sway here if it feels good. Bring a sense of you, softness to these active postures. How can we do that? I think by staying conscious with the breath and with practice. All right, inhale, lift the heart. Think up and over as you send your heart forward beyond your toes. What the heck does that mean? So we're not just rounding forward here, we're keeping length in the spine, elbows grounding down. So the image of the heart is reaching forward. My heart will go on. And then finally, tucking chin to chest, rounding everything forward. Draw your forehead towards your toes. Doesn't even have to come close. Breathe deep. Then anchor through your sitting bones once again to roll up. Tuck the chin to the chest. Should feel good. Nice and slow. Why rush it? Feels good. Lift the heart. And exhale, release. Awesome work. All right, we're gonna come onto all fours and into extended child's pose. Yay. Knees as wide as the yoga mat, big toes to touch. Walk the hands out, melt your heart down. Bring your attention, your awareness back to the breath. Close your eyes. See if you can make your inhalations longer, smoother, as well as the exhalations nice and long, really pushing out all the air. If you are a runner or a wannabe runner, you will soon learn that the relationship with your breath is key. One more deep breath in here. And slowly pressing into the palms, we'll walk it back up, come to tabletop position on all fours. Knees underneath the hip points, wrists directly underneath the shoulders. Take a second to press away from your yoga mat with the palms. And we'll curl the toes under on the right foot and slide it back. Little calf stretch here as you gently saw front to back. So gentle rock front to back. Again, no collapsing here, but pressing away from your yoga mat with the palms. Try to press into your right pinky toe. Keep breathing. And then switch. Curl the left toes, send it back. Same thing here. Walk forward. Try to press into that left pinky toe. And then reel it back into center. Awesome. So now we're going to send the right toes out. Lift the right foot up. Lift from the right inner thigh. And then just gentle pulses here. Then release. Bend the right knee. Step it all the way up into a nice low lunge. Walk the left knee back a little bit here. Check to make sure front knee is over front ankle, so it's not going past. Then find your foundation and breathe here. Light on the fingertips. You might loop the shoulders. Find length through the crown. And then imagine my heart will go on. Again here, so nice and open in the chest. Not collapse. This is very common and very normal, natural. So we're wanting to open this up, right? This is definitely going to help our running game. Keep breathing here. Pull the right hip crease back. Again, if this is a piece of cake for you, you've already garnered flexibility, then you need to be working on your breath. Setting big, big inhalations all the way down. And then exhale all the way up and out. So the first step, often is just kind of learning the shapes, and then it's really up to you to kind of go deeper and take care of your body and to apply the pranayama practice. Here we go. Curl the left toes under if they are not already. We're going to lift the hips up and back, rocking onto the right heel. Big runner stretch here. So pulling back through the top of the right thigh bone. And then you can uncurl the back toes if it feels better. If the knee needs a little padding here, it's always a great idea to nurture that, maybe by flipping the mat, rolling the mat if you need. Right toes up towards the sky. Here we go. My heart will go on. Find that length. Inhale. And then exhale. Fold. Chin to chest. Then really articulate through the right foot here. Spread the right toes. And then we're going to roll through that right foot nice and slow. Great. From here, we'll bring the palms to the mat on the left side. And we're just going to give ourselves a little bit more space by walking the right foot out. So now we're coming into a lizard variation. This can be one tough cookie if you're tight in the hips. So breathe deep here. For now, right toes pointing forward. If you want more strength today, of course, you can lift that back leg, but in honor of today's kind of deep and yummy yin-like theme, I'm going to keep my back knee lower, but you're welcome to lift. Take a deep breath in here. Find that extension through the heart. And then exhale, maybe we find ourselves coming onto the forearms here. Maybe you find yourself releasing the top foot. And then nice and easy, take it nice and slow. I'm just going to walk the right toes out towards the right edge of my mat. I'm going to be here for some solid, yummy breaths. So stay present. Maybe close your eyes. Notice the sensations as you inhale and exhale. Take one more juicy breath in and out. Then connect to your center, your core, as you press into the palms, and slowly, mindfully walk it all the way back. Okay, we're going to take this right foot all the way over now. Nice and slow, slow and steady wins the race. Coming into our one-legged pigeon. Keep a little awareness, or a lot rather, of awareness in the right foot. Keep the top of the back foot down, rooting strong. And then here we go. Loop the shoulders, find length. Breathe. And maybe taking it forward. So we're staying in the postures a little bit longer today, so stick with your breath. If you find that you're just like fidgeting and waiting, very normal, very natural. So just keep bringing your attention back inward. Great, take one more nice full breath in and out. And then activate navel to spine, connect to your center, your core muscles, and press it up, nice and slow. We'll curl the back toes under, press into all 10 knuckles, come back to all fours. And same little ditty on the other side. Here we go. Big breath in, big breath out. This time send the left leg out, gentle pulses. Again, notice if you're collapsing here, can you press away from your yoga mat? This is a nice practice for runners because when we develop a running practice or a jogging practice or even a regular walking practice, we want to be able to have awareness from head to toe, right? One moving part. Then bend the left knee and draw it all the way up into your lunge. Keep the right knee on the ground. You might walk it back a little bit and then just check front knee over front ankle here, nice and stacked. Loop the shoulders, stay light on the fingertips. So notice that you're crashing into the fingertips, connect to your core, engage the belly. Breathe. You might come onto the top of that right foot, yogi's choice in that case. Nice, full deep breaths. And then pull the left hip crease back, think up and over. As you send the hips back, coming onto the left heel. Again, top of the left thigh bone pulls back with the left hip crease. Runner stretch, big flexion in the left foot. Inhale, open your heart, find that extension. And then exhale, chin to chest. So I'd like to point out, notice that my right hip is stacked over my right knee, so I'm not coming all the way back here. All right, and then bringing the left hand around, coming into our lizard on the other side. Keep the toes pointing forward here for now, and then notice if you're gripping in the toes. It's kind of a, as we begin to open the hips, other things want to clench, and so we're going to stay mindful and try to keep an awareness, softness through the toes, even the jaw here. Find extension. Breathe. Pull the left hip crease back. Give yourself lots of space. So maybe walking that left foot to the outer edge of your left, outside of your mat. Big breath in, and then you know what to do here. Maybe use an exhale to come onto the forearms. Maybe save that for another day. Work mindful. Stay connected to your breath. And then eventually we'll walk the left toes out and off the left edge. Breathe deep here. Again, you're welcome to curl the right toes under and spike the right heel back. If you do, really spike the right heel towards the back edge of your mat. Really brighten up through that left leg. So keep the hips lifted, engage your core. Otherwise, keep it nice and easy. Again, allowing for the release today, allowing for the body to restore. And allowing for the practice to, balance out your cardio or your other workout. Zumba. And then connecting to your core to release, pressing back up into the palms. So even in our transitions, we're trying to create a full body experience, super important, right? And then walking the left foot over into our one-legged pigeon. Take your time, take your time. So your pigeon might not look like mine. You might need a little support on the left hip here. You might need to draw your left heel really close into thy crotch. Really mindful if you're in need of any of these poses. We have a foundations video for all of them. So those videos really break down postures and give you modifications. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, find a fold. Everyone stick with your breath. And then slowly connect to your center, press into the palms, come back up. This time, go ahead and roll onto that left hip. We'll take the left heel in and swing the right leg around. Sole of the right foot comes onto the ground, so there's a tendency to just kind of let it spill here. So if you can work to get the sole, all four corners of the feet on the ground, this might take time. And then a little twist here. I'm going to hug the right knee with the left elbow and swing the right fingertips all the way around. Try to keep a nice big lift in the heart here. Careful not to round through the spine. Inhale in. And exhale, release. Great, we're just going to switch the legs here. So right heel comes in and we cross the left foot up and over. Again, see if you can work to get the left foot all the way on the ground. And sit up nice and tall. Hug the right elbow around the left knee. And then swing the left fingertips around. Just a little twist here too. Release the back. Breathe into your belly. Relax your shoulders. And then release. And grab your pillow. Yes.
You can bring a pillow.
This is my actual pillow. This is not a prop. Legs out long. Legs out long. That's going to be okay. Pillow comes right up to the navel here. So if you have a soft pillow like this one, you might even double up. If you have a bolster, you can use that too. I have 2 bolsters, but I like to use things that you have in your house to really promote, this idea that anyone can do this, and that this is something different than what we do at the yoga studio. I love the yoga studio so much. My life is so rich because of the community at the studio and stuff like that. But this is something different. So own it, grab your pillow, pull it up to your belly, inhale, reach for the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Oh yeah. Same thing as we've been doing all practice. Find that lift in the heart first. Find extension. Inhale, big breath in. And after your extension, you round forward into chest, fold, release. Close your eyes here. We're going to be here for a couple of nice, long, beautiful, self-loving breaths. Cultivating a little peace in the body. Restoring. Great for the nervous system here. So the hands can grab the ankles or the toes here, or you can go full soften and just kind of release wherever feels good. Maybe grabbing your pillow even. And then take the pillow, slowly roll through the spine. Just slide the pillow over to the top of the right thigh. And we're going to draw the left heel in, just a quick Janusrastasana. So pressing into the sitting bones, and I'm just going to kind of think up and over as I fold over the top of the right thigh. The difference here is I'm going to grab the hand, or I'm going to take the hands and grab the outer edge of my right leg first. Breathing in your left side body and left hip, and then eventually you can flatten out. Head to knee pose here with the pillow. And slowly roll it up. Switch the legs, slide the pillow to the top of the left thigh, right heel comes in, and you know what to do. Think up and over. Top of the right thigh, grounding down. So today's sequence is a great one to learn. You can favorite this video so that you can repeat it regularly, and then eventually you'll get all of these in your mind bank, in your body bank. As much as I want you to do it with me, I definitely just want you to have these tools inside. Eventually flattening out, head to knee pose. And then we release. Awesome. Take the pillow, bring it around, use it for your head. If you're running or walking or jogging or anything like that, and then also balancing it out with yoga, you definitely deserve these next two postures with the pillow. Way to show up for yourself. Way to keep moving, right? So come to lie flat. Use your pillow wisely. Get comfy. And then hug the knees into the chest. Almost done here, guys. So nice, strong, full deep breaths. Make them count because you're worth it. And this is only going to help us when we get back, in our running shoes. Get back on the pavement. So squeeze the knees up towards the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Roll around a little bit. And then happy baby pose. So we reach around, knees go wide, we grab the outer edges of the feet, and we draw the soles of the feet up towards the sky. So there's really an activation here, lifting the soles up, and then grounding down through the shoulders, through the knees. Action point, lengthen the tail, bone, your coccyx, towards the front edge of your mat. And then breathe into all four sides of the torso. Life is good. We're so lucky to have these bodies. Give thanks for your body, for your breath. And then gently release. Soles of the feet come to the mat. We're going to turn onto fetal position, whatever side is towards the video here, towards the screen. So your bottom arm becomes a little pillow with your pillow. The knees hug up. Nice curvature in the back body, just a little release from the spine. And then last thing before we rest, we're going to send the legs out long. And top knee is going to bend, top arm is going to reach around and grab top ankle, and we come into a little quad stretch here. So you can also roll onto your belly for this if you want more. Breathing into the quads, opening up, quadricep, opening up through the chest and the heart here. Again, you can also do this on the belly. Sweet, and then gently release. Rock onto the other side. Take that fetal position first. Nice. And then extend the legs out long. Top knee bends. Grab top ankle. Quad stretch on the other side. Here's your breath. And gently release. Roll back onto your pillow. Palms come to the knees. Little release of the back here, so just gently reach the knees towards the front. Arms straight in here. Very gentle stretch. And then let it all go. So you're either going to extend out in Shavasana now, or you're going to close your eyes for one final breath before the video stops. If time allows, go ahead and take a nice relaxation after the video, just letting the nutrients of your practice soak in, seep in. Rock stars, using the tools of yoga to create strong, healthy practices, to support your running, to motivate you, to keep you safe, joints stable and strong. Man, we're rocking. This year is so great so far. I'll see you next time. Questions, comments below, always welcome. Please also check out our runner's warm-up video, and we also have a runner's cool-down video. And I'll see you next time, all right? Namaste.
All right, that was yoga with Adriene and runner's yoga. So I like her. So hopefully if you did it with me, you see that she's nice and easy and appropriate for beginners. But it was a nice nice little stretch. All right, that's all I have for today. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna go check the weather. I have about 45 minutes before I have anything to do, so the sun is shining. I might actually go put some air in my tires on my bike and go get a little ride in. We shall see. Anyway, have a blessed day, and hopefully I will see you back tomorrow. Bye.